Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us here on KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Whitney Ward. Mark is off tonight. We begin with breaking news. There is a large police presence right now at the Coeur d'Alene Target parking lot right off of Canfield Road. That is where we are turning now to find KREM 2's Kyle Simchuk. Kyle, what are you able to tell us right now?
Well, Whitney, still a very active scene, and I'll tell you there's been a lot of chatter online, but we're still waiting to confirm with police before we report anything on air. But obviously this is a criminal investigation. We're right near the Ross parking lot, which is across from Target off of Canfield Avenue here. Police tape surrounding a car which appears to have rammed the side of a pickup truck. Investigators, they're taking a 3D scan of the scene, and just in the last 10 minutes we did see a tow truck arrive. And it appears to be trying to hook up to one of those vehicles which appears to be involved here. But again, we're waiting to confirm info with Coeur d'Alene Police. We're told that a PIO may be working on a statement, PIO meaning a public information officer, working on a statement to confirm some details, because again, we want to confirm with police before we put anything out on air. We'll check back in just as soon as we can. Whitney, send it back to you.
All right, Kyle, thank you very much. And let's switch gears talking weather, because it's a big holiday weekend. We had some sunshine earlier in the week, rain today, but over the weekend it's not looking too bad. We've got our chief meteorologist Jeremy Legoo letting us know what to expect now.
Well, Whitney, as we head through the rest of the evening, rain. It's just more of it, but believe it or not, temperatures a little warmer than where they were an hour ago. 48, not as warm as we've been all day. In fact, we top out in the 50s before noon today. That warmth kind of preceded our round of showers, and those showers help cool us down a bit. And that's going to play a role in our weather the next couple of days. A little bit of moisture takes over. We've got a break in it working its way toward us, and that should arrive in time for Saturday. But right now, some of those showers lifting out of the region. You see where Kyle was over in Coeur d'Alene. Still some light showers coming down, nothing too heavy, but still persisting nonetheless. We'll watch those showers grow scattered and eventually fall apart overnight. Tomorrow winds up dry for much of the day, and I really do think we wind up seeing sunshine to start, increasing clouds throughout, and then some scattered showers working their way back in come Sunday. Despite those scattered showers, I still think we top out near 60 and even climb into the 60s by Monday. All in all, not looking like a bad Easter weekend, especially considering how much moisture was in the forecast just a few days ago.
Jeremy, thank you. When it comes to inspecting Spokane's properties, the fire department has a lot of catching up to do. KREM 2's Nathan Hyun brings us more tonight on why the Spokane Fire Department has been so far behind on that task.
For the past year and a half, the Spokane Fire Department have been revamping their fire inspections to ensure apartments and commercial building spaces are safe to live in and work in. The time for fire code inspections are long overdue.
We just didn't have enough people.
Now, the Spokane Fire Department's finally catching up on their list of Spokane properties needing to be inspected.
This really hit hard a couple of years ago when we had a fatality in Brown's Edition. Actually, two was, we have to invest in community risk reduction.
Spokane Fire Chief Brian Schaefer says before 2021, there wasn't enough staff to have normal inspections. But in the past year and a half, the department's hired a new fire marshal and 5 new inspectors. Now they're working their way through more than 100 multifamily apartment buildings and 8,000 commercial building spaces.
Our people will be in all of the buildings, 100% of them, every year. And that has been the goal for a long time. We've just been able to achieve that with our staffing and getting those people trained within the last year and a half.
And their work is needed. Inspectors say about 80% of the buildings they've inspected so far have problems that need to be fixed. For Anthony Kelly, who lives in an apartment, he knows the importance of fire safety.
You never know what'll happen, especially in an apartment. An apartment, one little thing, and it's like it can go up in flames faster than a house.
The SFD says before their new hires, their staff didn't have time to conduct normal inspections, which led to
a lot of complaints that require deputy fire marshal to go on site and actually do an inspection based on complaints. So all of that really took up all of our inspectors that we had at the time.
Schaefer says most high occupancy apartments and commercial spaces should be inspected every 3 years. As for single family homes, they are not yet on the official inspection list. Brian Schaefer says that it's also up to the public to make sure that where they live is up to fire code. That means checking your fire alarms, checking your fire exits, and making sure you have a plan if there's ever a fire. In Spokane, Nathan Hyun, KREM 2 News.
And in other top stories tonight, a proposal to rezone parts of the Coeur d'Alene Reservation are now moving forward. That is according to our news partners at the Coeur d'Alene Press. The plan would rezone 25,000 acres of the tribe's reservation from rural land to agricultural. The Kootenai County Planning and Zoning Commission voted to pass that proposal 6-1, and it now heads to county commissioners who will make the final decision. The final jury has been selected in the murder trial for Lori Vallow, the Idaho woman accused of killing her own 2 children, as well as her current husband's late wife, Tammy Daybell. The jury, consisting of 10 women and 8 men, also includes 6 alternates. Those alternates will not be informed of their status until deliberations begin. That's so they all will hear the evidence against Vallow. Opening statements are expected to begin on Monday. And here in Washington, stronger anti-hazing measures are one step closer to becoming law. The Sam Martinez anti-hazing bill passed in the Senate yesterday, and it will soon make its way to the governor's desk for his signature. The bill increases penalties for the most serious types of hazing from a misdemeanor to a felony. The bill is named after Sam Martinez, the WSU freshman who died in 2019 after a night of hazing at a fraternity. 15 fraternity members were charged with misdemeanor crimes for supplying alcohol to a minor. However, police were never able to gather enough evidence to convict anyone for his death.